And when he said Plan 9, you notice that when Mobius said, Dr. Mobius said Plan 9, it did that little whirly thing. I don't know if you guys noticed that, but I did. No, I'm not sure what's up with that, but it's a Wild Wasteland Park Easter egg, but I'm not sure what it is. Oh well.
Just getting warmed up.
Man, a lot of things in this DLC really damaged my stuff. Real quick. At least my armor anyway. Oh! Ooh, I said that last second. There's no enemies nearby, but I don't see anybody. Hmm. I couldn't decide what I wanted.
You got some plans for me, don't you? Yeah, I can smell it all over you. I love it when you talk like that. Let me just get that interface up and running for you. Well, hello. Still waiting for that seed. I love it when you talk like that. Let me just get that interface up and running for you. Couldn't stay away, could you? Yeah, I knew you'd be back. What's the haps? Right on, baby. Catch you later, Gator.
Alright.
Might I be of service, sir? Very good, sir.
Hold on to these just in case. Hopefully I don't need to use them. I'm going to keep the Stout Boys because I might be able to use them for the Dead Money DLC.
Might I be of service, sir? Very good, sir.
Greetings, citizen. Ready to receive seditious materials. Fan, won't that...
Return to your domicile, sir. I trust you shall find things in order and the riff-raff contained.
Only 4. Unfortunately, I need... I need 5 more.
I smell. Sit.
You require some additional services? Rightly so, I should think. Alright then, let me just fire up the old interface for you.
Addition.
You require some additional...
Wait, what was I supposed to do? Wait, my brain's back in my head. I'm not confused. Oh yeah, my brain's back in my head. Okay, I got a little confused there.
You require some additional service?
you making that face?
You require some additional services?
What? Why are you making that face? Alright, I'm back together. uh, I was making sure I got my original weapons that I came with.
Who's ready for a party?
Anyway. I'm back to myself again.
The lobotomite returns. Our lobotomite. Has Dr. Mobius been denominated into scrap metal and voice module parts, as we hoped? I recommend watching your tone with me, lobotomite. Now, your brain. Hand it over, or we'll extract it again. And what could we possibly have to speak about? You have the brain, we have the technology. All you must do is surrender. With it, we can finally leave this place. I cannot tell you how boring this place gets, chopping up the landscape and everything in it. And we have so many questions to ask your brain first about this Mojave place. A fertile testing ground for our experiments. That is the most insane thing I've ever heard. There's no way Mobius would condescend to step inside you. Besides, there's no way such a thing could be accomplished. It's impossible.
Ah, shit.
Fight? I've never been in a fight. What do I... Ah! Colleagues! Think tank! Alert! Alert! We are under attack!
Might I be of service, sir? Very good, sir.
Let's try that again.
The lobotomite. And what could we... That... You speak the truth. And the decibel variation in your voice. It is Mobius. How dare you breach the think tank? And what do you want here? That's no deal at all. There's a whole world beyond the crater, filled with ideas and possibilities. We could have escaped, seen it all for ourselves, tested it, prodded at it, made it squirm. Partner with you? My foe? My rival? My foremost critic? I have a strange sensation that I would like that. How odd. Very well, partner. The think tank is at your service as long as you do not destroy us.
As it had been in the years before the Great War, Big Mountain, the Big Empty, became home to one of the brightest minds of the 23rd century. The courier watched over the Big Empty for years to come, caring for it and keeping its discoveries safe until they were needed to help others. Which had always been Big Mountain's purpose. Past the laboratories and science, it had always been intended as a place to build the future of all mankind.
The Sync Central Intelligence Unit was impressed by the amount of exploration the courier had undertaken. Facilities believed lost, destroyed, or ones that had simply gotten up and walked to new locations had been rediscovered by its intrepid new master. Internally, the artificial personality debated as to whether it preferred the old management to the new, and concluded that the courier's thorough approach to research and investigation was admirable and worthy of its respect.
The Forbidden Zone continued to be, true to its name, forbidden. No more robo-scorpions were sighted in its canyons. Big Mountain became even emptier, devoid of Dr. Mobius's proclamations forecasting the destruction of anything that dared possess sentience. Still, It is said he lived on in the equations inscribed on the floor and walls of the Forbidden Zone dome. A cobweb tracery of symbols that told of 1,000 brilliant thoughts, now lost to time.
The sink atop the dome bustled with the voices of a small town, constantly chirping, arguing, and snarling at each other. Still, this all happened productively in the interests of its new owner. The Sync Central Intelligence Unit discovered, despite its inversion code, it was comforted by the sense of community the other personalities gave it.
The biological research station, obsessed with seeding everything in sight, requested a transfer to the X-22 Botanical Garden, so that it might, in its own words, sensually fertilize the garden's smooth contours. The garden sent back a polite refusal, saying it had prior commitments with a vault it had helped infect before the war.
The bookchute continued to devour all seditious materials until it nearly choked on a paperclip. It adamantly maintained it was a Chinese paperclip, and the whole thing had been an elaborately orchestrated assassination attempt. Whatever the reason, it slowed down for a while, carefully appraising each document and clipboard that came to it.
The light switches continued to bicker and flicker.
This persisted until the day someone dropped a flashlight in the sink, and the two of them united in their hatred of the showboat. One of them eventually transferred to the Lightwave Dynamics plant and began a long, unrequited affair with one of the holograms.
The sink continued to ruthlessly scrub any particulate matter that came near it. Eventually, it gained access to the magneto-hydraulics plant and nearly flooded all the Big Empty in an attempt to scrub the crater clean. Once it learned of the innovative toxins plant, however, it gained new purpose. It sought to develop antitoxins to flush into its drains and counteract the poisons bleeding into the soil.
The toaster continued its psychotic spree, reducing all appliances in range to scrap electronics and spare parts. After one of its more psychotic episodes, however, the other Sync personalities decided enough was enough and dumped the toaster in a bathtub. Sparking and hissing, the toaster swore its enemies would rue the day when they had bread and no way to toast it.
Muggy did his best to collect coffee cups, although in his quest, he accidentally trapped himself in Higgs Village. It might have been the end for poor Muggy. Except, he found it peaceful there, tidying up the kitchens of the think tank professors back when they had been flesh and bone. Well, except for Dr. O, who was an asshole for having created Muggy in the first place. Muggy left O's house deliberately dirty, punishing the dishes and cups that lived there in blind revenge for serving Dr. O.
Blind old Jefferson, with sounds the courier brought him, created a symphonic counter-frequency that saved Big Mountain from sonic invasion in 2910. If you didn't hear about it, good. It was rumored by the other personalities that he had a brief fling with the light switches. Although he forgot their names much too often and was soon left in the dark as punishment.
Autodoc, always gentle and methodical, kept sewing up the courier in all the right places when the skin split open from repeated wear and tear. The Autodoc was just glad to have purpose again. It heard its simpler brothers and sisters who got shipped to the Sierra Madre were bored out of their skulls in that toxic dead city. In time, the Autodoc found a way to deactivate the Y-17 trauma harnesses, releasing the corpses they had held prisoner for almost 200 years.
As the courier ran through the X-8 facility multiple times, the computers analyzed the test subject's movements. Rather than performing a superficial observation, They realized the subject barely knew what communism was, or even what a high school was. This confused them for a time, until the facility finally realized that its research had succeeded. So it let its cyber dogs out into the wastes to help protect small communities from physical aggression rather than communist propaganda.
The infiltration program in X-13 continued to scan for the subject and the stealth suit prototype long after the test was over. Frustrated and unable to find its lost technology, X-13 expanded its network of laser tripwires, sensors, and robo-brains out across Big Mountain. This glittering blue light beam forest cleanly bisected anything that entered its depths, slicing them into small segmented parts for easy disposal.
The courier, organs intact, continued onwards, a little less heavy of step, but with all the organs in the right places, as they should be. After all, brains can develop a life of their own when left to their own thoughts, and the courier's brain was more clever than most.
Dr. Klein and the think tank remained alive, unaware of the world outside. They looped through their daily routine, none the wiser about the world beyond, although perhaps wiser was the wrong word. The world outside belonged to the courier, and if anyone would shape it, well, the courier had already called dibs.
There is an expression in the wasteland, old world blues.
It refers to those so obsessed with the past they can't see the present, much less the future, or what it is.
They stare into the what was, eyes like pilot lights, guttering and spent, as the realities of their world continue on around them.
Science is a long, steady progression into the future. What may seem a sudden event often isn't felt for years, even centuries to come.
In the times following the Second Battle of Hoover Dam, however, old world blues took on a new meaning.
Where once it was viewed as a form of sadness, nostalgia, it became an expression describing the potential for the future.
It can be easy to see science as evil, technology unchecked as the source of all ills, all misfortunes.
With the courier at the helm, science became a beacon for the future. There was old world blues, and new world hope. And hope ruled the day at Big Mountain.
We could say more, but the stories in the Big Empty speak for themselves. Now armed with the transportal Ponder, the courier could return to the dome at any time and crack open the secrets of the Big Empty one by one. The Sync sat vigilant, waiting for its master to return, shoes covered in Mojave dust. Only one road yet remained, and it was one the courier had to walk alone.
Oh, that's done. We're done.
Might I be safe in the assumption that matters with the think tank have been satisfactorily computed vis-à-vis your residence in this domicile? Very good, sir. I be staying for any considerable length of time during Sir's visit? Very good, sir.
I should be leaving now. But yeah, we're done. Finally with the Old World Blues DLC. Now, I might come back here every now and again on my own time. Just leave the room because it's too much talking. It's much quieter out here. Anyway, that's it. That is it for the Old World Blues. I mean, they could have gone a little bit different. Instead of killing Dr. Mobius, I could have spared him. I said the right words. But unfortunately, that did not work out the way it should have. Could have. Oh well. It doesn't matter what you do with him. And I was thinking about also killing the members of the think tank, but I changed my mind on that too. I mean, yeah, they've been around for a very long time, and they probably should have kicked the bucket a long time ago, but oh well. What's done is done. Anyway, the thing left to do now is to go back home. Yes. Whenever I want to go back to the big MT, I just simply use that again, and I can return back. Anyway. I'm gonna call it quits for now. The next time we come back, I'm gonna head over here to the strip. Oh no, no! I got that perk. Every location is now listed on the map. I'm gonna go back here to Camp McCain. Just to show a couple of things I haven't done there yet. Hopefully I can get my hands on a detonator. So I'm gonna do Vault 22. We done now? Any more rats? Anyway, I'm gonna go back to my stash and Novak, and well, actually, there is. No, actually, no. I can show it to you guys next time. I was about to say there is one more thing, but it's I can show it to you guys next time. Okay, you can wait. Anyway, I will see you guys next time. Bye.